In this video, we are going to talk about the phenomenon of codependency in relation to narcissistic abuse. I explain what codependency is, how it arises, and why people with codependency have a high chance of having a narcissistic partner. My name is Jacinta, the voice of Unmasking Narcissism TV. I'm an experienced expert and had a narcissistic partner in the past. What is codependency? The term codependency is used for a mental illness that is common in people who grew up in a dysfunctional family. Children who grow up in a family with a narcissistic parent often develop into their either narcissistic or codependence. This depending mostly on which role, the golden child or the scapegoat, it was assigned. A child of a narcissistic parent learns that it must efface itself in order to gain anything of love and appreciation. Out of fear or rejection and anger, it suppresses its own feelings. Those who grow up to be codependent will experience the following problems in later life. Difficulty developing healthy self-esteem. Difficulty expressing one's own feelings. Difficulty taking care of one's own needs. Difficulty adopting and maintaining healthy boundaries. Difficulty making mistakes. As a result, one cannot deal with learning and development in a functional way. Codependency in the DSM. Codependency did not yet appear in the DSM, so there is no official description of this mental illness. However, the symptoms are described under different disorders in C cluster. Cluster C describes psychological disorders in which the main symptoms are anxious or tense behavior. By the way, narcissistic personality disorder falls under B cluster, also known as the drama cluster. Mental disorders in the B cluster have theatrical, emotional, and erratic behavior as the main symptoms. Codependency according to the Codependency and Narcissism. The Codependency and Narcissism does not provide a narrow definition or diagnosis of the term codependency. It does use a range of possible characteristics in the categories of denial, self-esteem, compliance, and control. I mention the main points. Denial. People with codependency have trouble recognizing their own feelings. They downplay, change, or deny their feelings, consider themselves selfless and devoted to the welfare of others. Self-esteem. People with codependency have trouble making decisions. They judge their own words, thoughts, and actions very critically, feel uncomfortable receiving compliments or gifts. They also find it difficult to ask others to meet their needs. People with codependency value the appreciation of others more than self-esteem. Like a narcissist, a person with codependency thus seeks his self-esteem in others. Compliant. People with codependency have trouble standing up for themselves. This is out of fear that others will get angry or reject them. They are also hypersensitive to the emotions of others and they adopt those emotions. Someone with codependency is also extremely loyal and as a result stay in a toxic relationship for too long. They also put the opinions and feelings of others above their own and are afraid to express a different point of view or feeling. Control. People with codependency think that most others are incapable of taking care of themselves. They try to force others to think and feel anger when others do not accept their offer to help. Also, they can only be in a relationship if they feel that the other person needs them. Codependency and narcissism. Someone with codependency is more likely to be in a relationship with a narcissist. On the one hand, because they both seek their self-esteem outside of themselves. On the other hand, because someone with codependency easily lets the narcissist cross its boundaries without attaching any consequences. So someone with codependency will attract narcissists. Relationship between a codependent and a narcissist. When someone with codependency is involved in a relationship with a narcissist, he or she will try to change the narcissist. We now know that a narcissist will never change. After all, it's always the other person who does something wrong, isn't it? But someone with codependency will remain loyal for a long time, despite all psychological and sometimes physical abuse. The narcissist feels exactly how far he or she can go. The psychological violence is followed by a short period of reward. The codependent then gets what he or she longs for, only to be psychologically abused again. Thus, a narcissist plays a game of abuse and reward, interspersed in such a way that the victim will not run away. This does not only apply to someone with codependency, by the way. The narcissist also works in this way with healthy people, but someone with codependency will accept this for a much longer time. And so, someone who developed codependency as a result of narcissistic abuse easily becomes a victim of a narcissist again. Read also the article about codependency on the website. There you find also real-life examples of codependency in relation to narcissism. Do you also have experience with codependency, or do you recognize things in this video? Share it in a reaction. Knowledge is power. Also subscribe to our channel to learn more about narcissism, narcissistic abuse, and the recovery process. Don't forget to click on the bell icon for notifications so you don't miss our next video. Visit our website too. There you can download a free ebook with 10 tips for recovery after narcissistic abuse. Thank you for watching, and I see you in our next video.